Welcome to the Creative Leadership Network, where insight meets analysis and conversations spark transformation. I am IBK. Guys, listen up. There has been a lot trending on the news, right? Now let's get to the next subject. We're going to talk about Black Friday, right? Let's talk about Black Friday. I think this is very important. And this is going to be specifically for Black people. Now, you could be any race watching, but this is going to be specifically for Black people. Black Americans and their stance on Black Friday sales. What the numbers actually say on a national level. This clip is a person that we all know very, very dearly, Miss Jennifer Lewis. This clip is used for commentary, analysis, and education under Section 107 of the Copyright Act.
Hey, is everybody on track? Because this Friday ain't black. Because we ain't buying shit. We ain't buying shit. When I stand up and never quit. We ain't buying shit. From the 25th of November to the 5th of December. Remember, we ain't buying shit. We ain't buying shit. This Friday ain't black. 'Cause we got each other's back. We ain't buying shit. We ain't buying shit. We ain't buying. We ain't buying. We ain't buying shit.
Now what I want to do is I want to get into the numbers. I want to get into the facts. I want to do some deep diving into the facts in relation to cause and effect and what actually happened with sales. Was there an effect made? If so, if not, let's talk about it. Adobe Analytics and other trackers reported record online Black Friday spending into 2025. Adobe 11.8 billion online. Listen up. 11.8 billion online on Black Friday. Reuters, CBS, AP report similar figures. That's year-over-year growth in online sales, and it's not a decline. MasterCard Spending Pulse and other industry trackers showed online growth for outpacing in-store growth. Online up high single digits, brick and mortar roughly flat or up only a little. So it was up only a little, the brick and mortar. But online sales are crazy. So the headline national picture is strong online demand, even if foot traffic was softer. Now, what about this boycotts, these calls, right? Multiple grassroots groups, headlines, we ain't buying it, mass blackout, Black Voters Matter, and similar efforts publicly call for boycotts and encourage people to shift spending to Black-owned businesses or to skip big retailers. Coverage documented the campaigns and named targeted companies, but reporting repeatedly described participation levels as unclear or uneven. Analysts and labor consumer experts note that boycotts have occurred around Black Friday for decades and historically tend not to move national total sales unless very large and sustained. Now, what does the evidence show? So again, the online shifts were due to weather, inflation price effects, and promotion stretching the season and retailer strategies, right? So the foot traffic had nothing to do with Black sales or anything like that. People just rather had shopped online because of weather, because of all those sales that were being offered online and all that kind of stuff, right? So did it have an effect is the question. that black people said, we're not going to buy from these major chains. We're going to buy amongst each other. Based on all verified and up-to-date data from this week, there is no evidence that Black Friday sales were significantly reduced because Black people chose not to shop. Here is the clean breakdown. Black Friday sales were not down. National online spending hit record highs this year. Any boycotts that happened did not show up as measurable impact in national sales data. Retail analysts and the data firms, Adobe, MasterCard, NRF, did not report any decline, and that could be attributed to Black shoppers intentionally sitting out. Some Black people did participate in boycotts, but not at a scale that changed national spending numbers. Okay, so just so you guys could know, right? So in the end, no, it did not affect it. As a matter of fact, it was up high. Now I want to talk to Black people about that, right? I want Black people to understand this one thing. Black people have they have this thing, right? And I really don't know how to describe it, but they have like this power thing, right? So let's say that you're a Black person and you say something that Black people don't like in the Black community. The first thing they'll do is like, we're gonna pull their Black card. They this, they that. We're ousting them. You know, it's like this power thing, right? And I believe that that type of attitude that Black people carried into Black Friday, that's the reason why it didn't affect the sales. Do you understand what I'm saying? Number one, because all Black people wasn't thinking like that and they care less about that. They gonna go get them deals. They gonna go get them sales. And they like, is you crazy? This TV on sale for $200 and something. This TV usually be $1,000. Ain't nobody studying what you talking about. You ain't paying my bills. You know, so you have that side of the Black people. And then you have that side of the Black people that say, we're tired of being disrespected. We want to be honored in business. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna pull our card. We're gonna show them that when we don't buy, we affect your chain. And I think when people bring that kind of thing to a situation, it's like that Black card thing, right? So again, if Black people like Candace Owens, there were so many people who hated a lot of Black people who hated Candace Owens. They called her all kind of names. They would oust her. They would do all kinds of stuff, right? But was Candace Owens wrong all the time? No. Candace Owens had some very valid things to say to the Black community, and they just didn't want to hear it. And so the Black community is good at, we're going to pull our card. You know, we're going to show you our power. We ain't supporting you. You ain't this, you ain't that. And when you have that type of attitude, that's not going to affect the millions and millions of immigrants, including Black folks who are not immigrants, who say we is finna go get them deals. It's just not going to affect it, right? So for the Black people who do care about Black people, though, for the Black people who say, I care about Black businesses, I care about Black growth, and I'm not talking about with that type of attitude, Black core, our power, this, that. I'm talking about you have this natural nature to care and truly care about Black people. Because I'm going to be honest with you, sweetheart, a lot of them don't. They just like Black dollars and they like to front. They can care less about Black folk. You understand what I'm saying? They just be doing the joke. But to the Black people that really do, don't think of it as power, our economic power. Think of it in a positive vein. Think of it in a positive light. You understand what I'm saying? Because when you have that attitude, like we're going to show them, we're going to put a dent in their stuff. That's when you end up not doing it. You got too many immigrants in this country that's going to spend. You got too many, whether legal or illegal. You got too many just people who are naturally from America that's going to spend. And I don't know too many people, even Black people. That's why a lot of Black people didn't follow that. Black folks like, you need to do that on another day. Because right now, they got all these good deals over here. You know, we got to get stuff because Black people are thinking like, we ain't got that much money. I'm not talking about all Black people. But for the majority of those Black people, they like, we ain't got a lot of money. And we have to like buy what we can buy while it's on sale. So that's why you got a lot of those blacks that are still out there shopping. They're not trying to hear that because they know that you're not going to come pay their bills. They know that you're not going to, come shop with them. They know that you're talking about all this black stuff and all these black stores. But at the end of the day, they understand that their money can only stretch so far. You understand what I'm saying? So they're going to go get them deals. They're not studying what people are talking about. And I know that I'm saying it bluntly, but I'm also saying it truthfully because it's the real deal, right? So that's why that type of attitude or that type of mindset doesn't affect things. You have to affect you all from the inside out. And that's the example of that black family. They was like, we're not going to try to change the system. Like, we're not going to try to make them like love us or like us or help us. We're just going to see what we can do. Who decided to make some positive change and not compete with the system. Like, I'm going to show you, we're going to hold our dollars and we're going to watch y'all suffer. The truth is, guys, as a matter of fact, the sales was way up. There was no suffering. So my advice to that is that I'm talking to the black people. I'm not talking to them black people that love to run game. They love that black dollar and they love to holler black folk. But then they hate black people behind closed doors. They lock up black people just as much as anybody else do. They step on black people just as much as anybody else do. Call black people B's and H's and the N-word and very disrespectful. Hate black people. Only when it comes to the black dollar, they parading black this, black that, black this, black that. I'm not talking to them. I'm not talking to you. I'm specifically talking to those who have an affinity. They have a love. They love black people. They love black culture. We grew up that way, as a matter of fact. Things have so changed over the years, but that's literally how we grew up. We grew up in neighborhoods. We grew up in communities. Some of us even then had a lot of black people having a lot of hatred toward us, but it wasn't as bad as it is today. Today, it's just flat out right blatant. You understand what I'm saying? But my encouragement and wisdom to you is that for those who truly have that affinity, they truly have that heart, don't do it as a competition thing. Don't do it as a I'ma show you thing. Don't do it as we gonna put a dent. Do it in the mindset of we're gonna respect and love each other, and this is the world we're gonna live in. You understand what I'm saying? And we're not here to compete. We're not here for all of that. We're just trying to make a better life for ourselves, amongst ourselves. And that's what's going to make you stand out. That's what's going to make a dent. That's what's going to shine. But when you do it in this just like if you trying to achieve something, right? You trying to achieve this goal. I'm going to show them. I'm going to be famous. I'm going to do this. I'm going to make $1 million, this and this and that. And by the time you do all that, they don't even care about you. They still talking about you. They still don't like you. You don't move them. You understand what I'm saying? Like you did all that extraterrestrial work just to prove something to somebody who still ain't going to like you in the end anyway. So, but when you start tapping into yourself and your ability and your goals and your strength and your beauty, you don't even care about that stuff no more. You're doing it because you love it, because you enjoy it. It's you, it fits you, and you can care less about all that. So that would be my advice when it comes to things like that. You understand what I'm saying? Don't do it to prove a point, because at the end of the day, you see how that goes. Do it because you saying this is what we want to do for real, not because we trying to prove a point or we're gonna show you how powerful we are. Because the truth is, blacks, if I'm just very honest with you, are 13% of the population. You got millions and billions of other shoppers, guys. They just 13% of the population. Do you understand that? And out of those 13%, a whole bunch of them blacks still going to be shopping for themselves. Because they know that black stores are not going to give them sales like that. Right. And that's another thing I wanted to say. Black people, when blacks do start shopping with you, you can't overburden them and you can't overprice them. You can't expect them to come from Target and buying shampoo and buying conditioner at a certain price, but then when they get over there with you, you want to charge 20, 30, 40. It's like, y'all, that is out of order. That's out of order. Now, I understand the dynamics of economics and how you guys have to buy it from other people and you have to do this and do that. But you guys gonna have to figure out something else different, right? Because that's gonna turn people off. They can't come to try to support you if you overbearing their finances. So that's another thing, guys. We've always had that problem in the Black community, right? So you guys gonna have to figure that out. So again, do it because you want to. Do it because you're deciding that this is a good thing and you want to do it in a positive vein, but not out of competition and not out of I'm trying to prove you something or we're going to show you our Black power. Because the minute that you think like that, the minute is that is not going to happen, right? So you guys have a blessed one on that. I hope that inspired you. I hope that helped you, right? Now, with this closeout, we're going to talk about the last freaking 20 years of the United States of America. Hi there, I'm IBK with TCLN Network. So this show is a news educational commentary show. I love to inspire and to educate. So I inform, inspire, educate. Educate to elevate so that we go from situations to solutions. I would love for you to support Cash App, PayPal. Listen, if you want to find out more information about TCLN Network, just check me out right there at YouTube. Also, you can check out my platform at www.thecreativeleadershipnetwork.com. Again, that's www.thecreativeleadershipnetwork.com. TCLN Network is a growing YouTube channel. It's also a growing network. It is not just about commentary and news. It's about making sure that we stay informed so that we make better decisions with the information that we have, whether it's voting, whether it's raising children, whether it's insight into our political arena. And that's what it's about. So I take the chaos that's out there in that world and I turn it into clarity right here on TCLN Network. I invite you to join me, to subscribe right there on YouTube. I also invite you, if you are locally right here in Austin, Texas, to watch publicly every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. on Austin Public Television. You guys have a blessed one, okay? Thank you for tuning into TCLN Network, Austin Public. TCLN Network is independently produced by IBK Media Productions. To support TCLN Network financially, visit paypal.me/TCLN Network. Also, TCLN Channel Podcast. To learn more about TCLN Network, visit thecreativeleadershipnetwork.com and follow on all socials, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram at IBK Media Works.